part of that.
When do we need to send out the press release? Because you mentioned about getting our messages out. How often and when would you want us to send out the press release?
Well, it could be, if there's something in particular that you want to. I'm sort of hearing some feedback now, so I'm hearing myself back. It's echoing, and so it's.
Oh, sorry. It just got better with us. Don't worry about the feedback.
Okay, because I'm sort of it's a bit distracting for me because it's I'm hearing it back.
Okay. Let me see whether if I can reduce it and get that. Okay. What about now?
Oh yes, yeah, that sounds better.
Okay, that's.
Yes, well, it could be a number of different, a number of different times. For example, there may be a new product that the organisation may have. That they want to make people aware of. It may be, I can still hear it now. It's the.
Okay, I'll reduce it further now. Let me reduce it further.
Okay.
Okay, Peter. Okay, what about now?
Yes, that seems okay at the moment.
Okay.
Right. Yes. So as I say, it may be a new product or a new service that the organisation has. There may be an event that they want people to be made aware of. There may be, there may be some other sort of breaking news or some other important, activity that's taking place. Within local organisations, there's usually, or at least from time to time, something that would be newsworthy, but sometimes they don't actually see it that way. In fact, I'll does that sort of make sense as well?
Yes, you're saying that we should find an angle, right? We should find an angle to any breaking news, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
And so if there may not be or if you don't think that there's something that could be newsworthy, you may want to link it to something. So, for example, if you can get a celebrity involved. Now, this doesn't necessarily need to be somebody that does a lot of people. But if you have some sort of an individual involved, well, then that can also help raise the profile or make that more newsworthy. Thanks.
Thank you, because this is quite useful. It's a useful insight, because we now live in a celebritocracy. So if anybody says anything, nobody takes it seriously. If a celeb says something, everybody goes bonkers. When Stormzy says something about Grenfell Tower, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because before Stormzy, yes, when Stormzy was getting his award, nobody knew about Grenfell Tower. That day, there was no news about Grenfell Tower. Then when he sang a song with Grenfell Tower, even the Prime Minister heard about it. Wasn't that true?
Yes, yes. So it is very, very useful that if celebrities can actually be engrafted in some way. There are obviously, it doesn't necessarily have to be somebody as well known as Stormzy. It could be, for example, if you are you have a launch of, let's say, a coffee morning. You could invite the local mayor, and that would be something that would raise the profile for the local community.
So,
and have more interest to the local community.
Who has a burning question? Who has a burning question for April? April, you have to come to London in 2019. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to send you the date, because London needs you more than Nottingham. All right?
Well, thank you very much.
Okay, because we have people from all over, and they will really benefit from your insight and from your wisdom. And what you've done for us, for instance, personally to me, what you've done for the Excellence in Education program, what you've done for Amory, what you've done for Christiana, and most of all the child prodigies that were brought on from time to time, you've given us airtime to share our stories and inspire everyone through the BBC, through Kemet Radio. You've done so many things, including The Voice. You've gone through press releases night after night, and we haven't paid you anything, not one dime for it. So we want to thank you. Does anybody have a final question for April? April is going to come to London and going to give us face-to-face training and use our individual cases as case study to make sure that we achieve national prominence for whatever cause we are pursuing. Yes, April, we are doing that in 2019, God willing.
Right, yes, well, I can't promise that you'll have national prominence, but, you know...
I understand your modesty. I understand your modesty. The last time I checked, Voice was a national newspaper. And the last time I checked, you placed more stories about us in the Voice than any human being on the planet. The last time I checked, maybe things have changed since I last checked, and that was last night that I checked. Okay, who has any?
Well, one thing I can say is that you know it definitely is something that could you know that can be very effective. For example, I think it's years back when I first realised how powerful this was. With one press release, we actually got coverage from national and regional TV on the news, national and regional newspapers, and local radio. And that was just one press release. So the thing is, it doesn't have to be that takes a long time either, and it doesn't have to be taxed either. So it doesn't have to be expensive, and it doesn't have to be time.
Okay, just a final question. Well, you have an enthusiastic fan in the crowd, in the crowd, right? And he just won a business award. And
Oh, fantastic.
go ahead, introduce yourself and tell how your question and how we can help you with that.
Sure. Hi there. So my name is CJ, and I am a digital marketer, and I help small and local businesses to set up their online presence and stand out in the marketplace. Now I belong to a business community, and I just recently won an Outstanding Contribution Award for that community for contributing my technical know-how to that community.
Brilliant, fantastic.
So I just wanted to see, is there another way that I can capitalize on that? Maybe get myself noticed somewhere else in the media?
Yes, have you actually had any coverage at all so far?
No, no coverage so far.
Just on Facebook page.
Okay. One thing that you could do. I mean, obviously, social media and Facebook, that's free, and I'm sure you know that's a different sort of angle. But I'm not really here to talk about that side. But as far as the general media is concerned, sorry, I'm still hearing a lot of feedback, and it's a bit distracting.
Okay, sorry. Let me reduce it further now. I'll reduce it further. Thank you. Because we need to hear this. Really need to. He needs to hear this. I'll work with him. We'll do a press release, but I want your insights. Go ahead. Is it better now?
Yeah. Could I just ask what award it is as well? If you could just.
It's a business award. 2 years ago, it was held by the House of Commons. Last year, it was held in a prestigious hotel in the west end of London, and this year it was held in Kensington, in the shadow of Kensington Palace.
Right. Wow. So you could definitely get coverage on that in your local area. So it's something that's happening with a local business in the local area. Also, if there's a particular is it a particular type of business?
My business is a digital marketing business, so I help small and local businesses to have an effective online presence.
Right. Okay. So in relation to that sector as well, that's something that sector may be
Interested in.
it may be of interest. Yeah, may be of interest in relation to that sector as well. There are a number of things that you could do, but it's and also the fact that you've had royalty. So it's been Kensington Palace. Did you say? What else is there?
House of Lords the previous year. In
Yeah,
Parliament.
yeah. So this would also be as from those angles as well. That I'm sorry, it's very distracting. I'm hearing myself back.
Okay. Let me see if I mute this. Okay, go ahead. Is it better now?
Right. Okay. Can you hear me? I can't hear you at the moment.
Oh,
We
okay, that's
can hear you.
Well, we can hear you. We can hear you. Yeah, we can hear you now.
Mute ourselves.
Okay. Right. Yes. So people who have an interest in, if it's in the House of Lords, people who have an interest in politics. So there are different publications that may actually, that one event may actually, be of interest to. So there are a number of different angles there, because of where it was held, because of, who was involved in it, because of where the type of business it is, because of where the person is located. You've got lots of different angles that you could go from with that.
Thank you very much. I'll
I
pass
can't
you.
hear anything.
Yeah, can you hear now?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll continue later, and I will send you a profile of most people that came down today, especially all the VIPs that came. I'll give you a brief profile of them, and then we'll meet and chat about them and see how we can sustain and support them in the new year. Quite seriously, you might have to physically come down to London, and you train us. We need to learn from you, and we share this knowledge within this community because we need to be successful in 2019.
Right, well, I certainly wish everybody there every success. You're putting a lot on me.
You already do a lot. You already do a lot. We're not doing anything new. Okay, thank you very much. Let's put our hands together for I'll talk to you later.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Can you see when Omotola is coming? Now, I want you to take a note of 5 things she said about that case study. And I want you to know why he, can you stand up? Can you stand up? He really needs to be, where's the photographer? Where's your plaque? Your award plaque?
At home.
Okay. We need to arrange for that award to be taken pictures of against the backdrop of the House of Lords. We can work that. We can get that. And once you do that, and like she said, there are multiple audiences that would be interested. Computer Weekly would be interested in that because that's digital and that's business and that's e-business. The local business will be into that. Whatever your postcode is, we can get that into local media. We can do that because of the location, who and how, the House of Lords, parliamentary things, we can work on that. So there are multiple audiences, what she was talking about, angles, there are multiple audiences that will want to know why you won the award. A, they want to know your award. B, they want to know why did you win the award. That means what you do for a living. Each time they say, why did you win the award, is because I did X, Y, Z, which was talking about digital marketing, and that's what you do for a living. And at the end, you put in your website. At the end, you put in a telephone number. At the end, you put in a WhatsApp number. At the end, you put in an email. And then you put a Twitter account. So what are you doing? You're giving your business card to everyone that reads that newspaper. Is that not what's in your business card?
Yes.
Why do you give people your business card to come and do business with you? So essentially, what you're doing is rebranding, remarketing, and getting more people and helping more people. Because as a digital marketer, you're there to help people get visible or get more digital visibility. So I'm going to continue, I hope. And any one of you, particularly those that sign up for VIP, because you don't have a choice, if you sign up for VIP, you're in trouble. But because you have to prove to me who is holding $1 million. Because it does the population of the whole universe, human beings in the universe, and divided it by the wealth in the universe. And guess what was the answer? 1 million. So everybody on the planet, if we share the wealth equally, we'll have it means somebody's holding on to $1 million right now. So we're going to go after the person by first of all exposing what you're doing to as many people as possible. And then we can do multiple translation to it, because there are countries that are very technological, they want to know. There are those that are not technological, they want to know. So that aspect. So can we give a round? So if you've already booked for the boot camp, that's fine. If you haven't, please. The reason why I'm saying you should book for the boot camp is because in January you will not get it at this price. It's 2019 price. So if you book now and you pay a deposit or you pay the full whack, you will not pay the same price as somebody that is going to book in January. 1 minute past midnight in January, that's it. Because I know it will double. It's about 500 and something.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's about 500 and something. So that's double. So every business, every church, every mosque, every religious organization needs what? To get their message out. If you don't have a message, then you can be shy of publicity. If you have a message, you can give that. If you have a story, you can give it out. If you've been successful as a mother, that means you give birth to a baby. Do you know what? I know someone that wants to read your book. Her name starts with M. If you give birth to your baby in spring, she particularly wants to read the chapter on spring. And every other person will want to read it. And if she's got a copy of your book, do you know what you say? This book has been read by a lady called blah, 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 blah. Do you know what that means? Yeah. It's a good product. That's why they read it. So when you buy any book in a bookstore, you see people that have read the book putting comments there, yes? Why do they put that there? They don't need to increase the number of pages. They want you, the new buyer, to know that other people have bought the book and they enjoy the book. And really, they didn't buy the book. Yeah. They gave them a copy of the book, they read it, they enjoyed it, and they wrote something about it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So you need testimonials. You need written testimonials, you need video testimonials. So probably Simone needs to give you a video testimonial as to why you got nominated for the award. Yeah. And that will, again, promote you. If you don't scale that up and be able to make, I keep saying million because 6 figures is easy for you, it's nice, and you can easily get it done. You can be a digital trainer to outsourcing countries, like the Philippines want to overtake India in outsourcing. So you can teach that. How do you teach that? You just talk to your phones. When you talk to your phone, it goes. You saw what happened with our discussion. If she came in on a video phone, we'll have been able to see her and hear her and interact with her. But here, we were straining out. Do you understand what I'm saying? And yet she's in Birmingham. So is it not here? So if you want to go on our course, please let me know. On the media course, sign up for it, let me know. If you don't want to go on it, fine.
Did you say she's in Nottingham?
Yeah, but she comes to London from time to time.
Because I live there.
Oh! Yeah, she's April. April is in Nottingham.
What's her surname?
What's April's surname again? What's April? Blessed April. That's her earlier. Can you see that? Can you see what just happened now? Can you see, those of you that say, I don't want to be on social media because they will know me, I've worked with April for how many years? 6, 7 years? I don't even know her surname. She just branded herself. So if you don't want people to know you on social media, you can make money on social media. Right? We pay her to speak here. Right? Because we value her skills. Her skills makes life easy for us. Because if she works on him and does a press release on him, I know he will get at least 100 new clients. I know that. Serious clients. And the next time the BBC is going to have something to do with digital or anything nasty or nice, if there's a virus coming out, they're going to ask him, you know that guy you spoke to, Chris, can you get him to come and talk to us about viruses and how to secure our digital devices? And I'll pass the details on to her. And so it continues. It just continues. It snowballs. So you need visibility.
I'd like to get in touch with them.
I beg your pardon?
I'd like to get in touch with them.
Of course you will. You will. Because, like I said, she's coming back to London. You know, you heard what I said at last. Yes, because she wants to help. She's been helping me and she really literally doesn't bother about what I give her. Yes, ma'am.
If we just were listening to her, is it possible to phone her back and just say, can you give us your contact details?
She will send you back to me. Yes, I'll give you her details. She follows me on Twitter, she follows me on Facebook. Yeah. In fact, most of you how many of you follow me on Facebook and Twitter? Then you know her already. You already know her. It's just that you don't know that she is what she does. Because if you saw me in Parliament last week, and you saw the Bill Cosby story, you also saw the Bill Cosby story when Bill Cosby was sentenced. You saw what I shared? Or you saw the Tiger Woods story. Who saw my Tiger Woods story? She made a story out of the Tiger Woods story. When Tiger Woods came back and won again, she made a story out of it. She creates angles for you so that you can be relevant to the news and therefore put you in front of the news. What our company communications studies for is how to get your message. How to get your message. Okay. Is Tola ready? Jimmy is 10 minutes. Oh God, what time is it over there? Jimmy is in 10 minutes. I'm excited. Okay, let's go on the slide. Let's talk about Jimmy. Jimmy has the world record as the youngest person ever to get the highest score in German language. She beat children that were German parents, father and mother German. She beat children that were half German, half English. She is no German at all. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't spoil the story. Wait, because each time I introduce her and say she got the highest marks in German, people have a picture of a German girl with blonde, blue eye, until when she turns up and say, "Oh, what did you say again? German?" Yeah, that's Jimmy. She applied the same principles that we have always applied. That your age is not relevant in what you know. That your learning is a function of how you learn it, not the time. Did you hear that? That's the reason why we emphasize the speed reading and the speed learning for you. Because when she told her German teacher in school, say, "I'm year 9, but I want to write German." She said, "Oh, come on. You're smoking something very strong, you know. You used to be a good girl. You're smoking something very strong." In this school, we have people that are in year 11, 16-year-olds, they write German GCSE, we have only 36% pass rate. Why do you want to write it now? We are in year 9, we have not even started the syllabus. We are going to start the syllabus next year. And you want to write it with people that have already covered the syllabus, done revision, done mock exams, go away, Chris. And she came and met me, and I discussed with the dad. The dad is not a German lecturer, he's not a German professor. The dad is a priest. You know what a priest is? Yeah, they just read the scriptures, they read the scriptures, and they share it. Do you understand? In England. So how can, and the mom is a nurse. Do you understand what I'm saying? And the parents, no German in their blood. Their grandparents, no German, their great-grand, no. So don't tell me linguistic ability is hereditary. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So when she told German, she said, "Hey, you will fail." And then she came back and told me, I said, "No, don't listen to German. The German teacher does not understand the tools you are using, the techniques you are using, and the technology you are using. Doesn't even understand your tutelage." So she went back to school and said, "Please, can I interact with you?" Say, "Who? Who must be telling you?" She said, "No, I have." They mentioned my name. Said, "He's deceiving you. Is he German? Does he know German? Does he know what modern foreign language is? Does he understand GCSE syllabus?" To be honest with you, do you want me to be blunt? And be absolutely blunt, really, really blunt. Because the teacher said she will get a U, ungradable, I was just hoping and praying that she gets a C with just a credit. I mean, she passed. That's what I am telling you the truth. And then the results came, and she rang me up, screaming. Said, congratulations, I was very happy. So what grade did you get? She didn't get a B, she didn't get a C, she didn't get an A. She got an A star. I just fell into my seat. Do you know what? It was not only about her. It was about every lie that has been told to me and my generation. That your learning is a function of time. That's the lie they've told us. And we believe it so tenaciously. To say whatever you learn is dependent on how long you spend learning it. And then Tony Blair was the Prime Minister. The school that said that if she writes it, she will get a U, the same school nominated her because when they counted all the scripts in the country, Chimemela Agbara, there was no German middle name, no German surname, no German last name. It's embarrassing. From Skinner School in Hackney. Skinner School, have you heard about that before? No, I know you don't. It's not one of those top schools. In one of what Michelle would call South Side of Chicago schools, score more marks than the Etonians that paid over £30,000 a year. More marks than the best of Etonians. Therefore, Chelmsford County High School in Essex She's in Clapton, gave her offer. Do you understand Essex, Clapton? Didn't they tell us that you have catchment area? Okay. She's still in Clapton. Dartford Girls Grammar School gave her an offer. Guess where she's living? Dartford. Do you understand? Dartford, you have to cross the river. That's another word. Gave her an offer. In Romford, they gave her an offer. Now look at the one that knocked my head off. It knocked my head off. St. Michael's Girls Grammar School, Fitley, is the top Catholic school in the whole country. If you apply to come to this school and you're a girl, you have to write 1 exam, 2 exams, 3 exams, 4 exams, 4 different exams to be able to get into St. Michael's. That's why it's competitive to get into the school. Prime Minister Blair and the wife has 1 daughter. Right? All the other children are boys. Has only 1 daughter. They wanted this daughter to attend St. Michael's in Fitley. The daughter wrote the exam. And they wrote a letter to number 10 Downing Street. Dear parents, we regret to inform you that your daughter was... Life is nasty. They rejected Tony Blair's daughter in St. Michael's because it's a tough school to get into. And they don't care whether you're Prime Minister, you are the Queen, or you are the Pope. They don't care. If you don't get the marks, they won't let you in. Go and Google it. Go and find out. This is St. Michael's. Go and find out. I don't believe what I'm saying. Just go and Google it and find out about St. Michael's. And now St. Michael's wrote a letter to Chimamanda Agbara in Clapton. You know Hackney? You know Clapton is the international headquarters. When they take, you know, in Clapton they pulled down some buildings because they said the buildings were crime infested. You know crime? They said infested the building. St. Michael's wrote a letter to Chimamanda to say, dear parent, we are pleased to inform you that your daughter... Can you see the contrast? So it's difficult for me to accept your traditional way of learning. I'm sorry. I regret to inform you. I'm sorry. I can't accept it. And that defined her. That redefined her. You know, her self-perception changed. And what you need in life is to understand who you are. If you know who you are and you try something and you fail, what is fail? Fail is first attempt in learning. If you fail, you just stumble, get up. If you fall 7 times, you get up 7 times. Who doesn't make mistake? Everybody makes mistake. So you see that as a temporary mistake. You see that as a temporary setback. You come back again, and you come back again, and you come back again until you get the grade you want. You won't let go. She changed my perception of language learning. She changed it because I don't have any more barriers. She just took the roof and blew it off. Because she didn't get an A star, she got the highest marks in the country, and she got multiple scholarships. Each scholarship, £48,000. And she got 6. Can you multiply that and tell me how much you got? It's a little girl like this. I still see her as a little girl. And then when she got to the 6th form, they said, sorry, 6th form normally takes 2 years. But you are so gifted. Can you do it in 1 year? I wasn't expecting that. I didn't coach her to go and plead for them to do. They said, no, you can't do it in 2 years. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? How would you feel if your teacher said you are too good for this class? Go to the next class. How would you feel? How would you feel? You want to go home that night and work hard so that I don't disgrace this teacher? He has so much confidence in me. They brought me all the way from class. Oh, no. And she stepped up. Because she now has a better label. And then she stepped up when it came to university. All the top companies want you if you are multilingual. BT will pay you £5,000 more than your friends if you speak a different language. Can you put that down? This is economic advantage. So when your son says, I'm very bad at languages, do you know what he's saying? I hate my language teacher. Because if you switch the teacher, do you know what will happen? That child will now like the new language. I'm not asking you this. This is scientifically proven. If I like him, whatever he teaches, I will know it. It doesn't matter whether he likes me. Listen to this. Listen to this. He may not like me, but I just like him. And because he's teaching me how to drive, I will like driving. Because I like the way he drives, or I like the way he makes fun out of it, I like what he says, I will learn whatever he's teaching me. If for any reason I don't like her, if she's coming to the class, I'm afraid to say, and some of us did that with our maths teachers. As soon as the maths teacher comes, we'll be frozen because we know if we make any mistake, it's just going to be the red line. And we don't want to make any mistakes. And therefore, you won't attempt it. As if making mistakes is not part of life. If you are a human being and you don't make mistakes, you're no longer a human being. You should be in the cemetery. In the cemetery, nobody makes mistakes because nobody does anything. In real life, everybody makes mistakes. They say, to err is human. To forgive is divine. So if you are, do you know people that hate maths? Because when they did it the first time, they didn't get it right, they teach a quick math. The next time they don't do it, so they won't do it again. And if you don't do it again, you don't practice maths. If you don't practice maths, you don't know maths. And then it becomes a circle, vicious circle, until you then switch off and you lost the will to live. So do you have any questions? Who has any questions for me on this? And eventually she went, when she comes, she'll tell her story. I'll just ask her questions because all the girls in the room, if you register as VIP, this is automatic for you. If not, if you book in for the boot camp, then you may be able to get into the STEMET thing. STEMET is for girls who are struggling with or wanting to top the class in the following subjects: science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, STEM, ED. So if you have a daughter that is not here, or you have a niece that is not here, that finds science, technology, engineering, or mathematics difficult, are we able to play any videos of STEM while we're waiting for? If they find it difficult, please tell them not to worry about what they tell them in school. We will take them to Microsoft head office. They will go there for a weekend. They'll have free food. They'll meet other girls. They will code. They'll have free food again, and then they'll code, and then they'll win a competition. And every year they get sent across to America on holiday.
Starting from what age?
7.
What's it called?
STEMET. If you register on our program, we're going to give you the full details on that. It's free. That's free. You don't pay anything. You don't pay 100%. You don't pay anything. Because we want to change the way the world sees girls as bad at maths. So if you find maths difficult and you're a girl,
So even if you register for the boot camp,
once you register for the boot camp, we're going to send all your details. We'll send all your database to them, and they're going to send you letters and invite you. In March, Samantha, when is the next one? March, February?
Yeah, next year.
The hackathon.
Yeah, most like next year, early next year.
Okay. So they go to the Bank of America Merrill Lynch. If you go on my website, or go on the Excellence in Education website, you will see the last one we did in Merrill Lynch. Right? Bank of America Merrill Lynch. All weekend. And you see girls from all other schools, and then you interact with them. You build an app. How many of you have done Scratch? How many of you use Scratch? Oh, I have great friends there. You use Scratch, you play with Scratch for the whole period, and then you develop an app. All right? Because we want to alter the gender balance. Right now, there are only 13%, or going up to 14, or going up to 15% of women in STEM. Aha, this is it.
Rather than playing Barbies, I would take TV to
Do you want to start?
Try.
Thank you. This is free. Remember, it's free.
Like to solve problems, rather than playing Barbies, I would take TV to part or try and build a computer or whatever else it was. It's something that's been a part of me since I was so young that I've really enjoyed, that has given me a really fulfilling career, and why can't more girls be a part of that?
That is comment. Everybody write that down. If you have a sister, write it down. If you have a daughter, write it down. If you have anybody that's a girl at school age, write it down. We will literally work you through it. Because it's funded partly by the industry and funded partly by the government. It's a great initiative, and you cannot afford to miss out on that. I really feel it's silly for you to say, I'm a girl, therefore I'm bottom of the class. Okay, we can play it for a few. Okay, play.
Part of that. The reason we exist is to inspire girls into science, technology, engineering and maths. The issue, I suppose, with STEM at the moment, and the reason that girls up to the
Opportunities, how else are they going to know? The opportunities are out there for you to take, and it's just really seizing the opportunities, really.
it's just about taking something you love and being able to do it, because why shouldn't you?
I think it's important because there's definitely a lot of men doing it, and we need to sort of get rid of the barrier between men and women.
You can be anything you want, like, it doesn't matter that you're a woman.
We're giving them a confidence foundation for them to explore. You know, it's the first sip, the first try.
The thing that we do so well is we put on events that are really, really fun. There's so much energy.
We ran a hack for International Women's Day, and Salesforce came on as the main sponsor and the main supporter of that. And we're also thinking longer term, we want to be smarter around how we run as a business or as an organisation.
The fantastic thing about STEMS is our social media is brilliant. Like, we have a real buzz around us, but we didn't really have a way to have an overview of all the girls we worked with.
We only knew a girl had been to an event twice because of the photos. I kid you not.
And without Salesforce, to track that for 10,000 girls would have been impossible. Not only can we see how many girls we work with, but we can see the ways that they interact with us, and that allows us then to analyse certain bits of it and say, right, do we need to work more on these events? What was the feedback for this type of event? Can we do anything to improve it?
I picked up coding because of fun, because my friends taught it to me, and it's something that I've sustained because it's not something that I've been forced to do, but something I've been inspired to do.
It incorporates fun, but it's actually like teaching you stuff as well.
It's something that we all have an interest and a passion for, and that can bond anyone.
It was magical, to be honest, spending so much time with other girls who liked the same sort of things as you.
And until you get somebody who thinks just like you, enjoys the same things that you do, is an inspiration to you. And of course, that's, I think, for some people, it's just maybe that light bulb moment. I think, that's what did it for me. Just meeting that person.
It's that they just need a little helping hand to say, yes, you can do that, just as much as teaching these skills and the rest of it.
We need a Salesforce to be able to help us map that journey and understand our impact and make sure that actually we are making a difference.
I think it's really good that people are trying to encourage more.
Thank you. I'll say this in a whisper. If you're a part of the STEMET program, our new, brand new patron saint of STEMET is HRH.
Oh, a royal.
The Duchess of Sussex, Meghan. So last March, just before the marriage, if you followed me on Facebook and on Instagram, and you would have seen her, she came down to a STEMET event and physically knelt with the girls because she believes that the girl, like Michelle, the girls should not be relegated on the basis of gender. So you're signing into something great. The sad part is that your school is supposed to have told you about this. If you're a girl and you're in year 5 all the way to year 11, they are supposed to have given you invitations to come, but they're too busy trying to deliver the curriculum. So they won't bother giving you that. So those of you that sign up and you have girls, today you will walk home with a royal because of Meghan. Don't thank me, thank Meghan and Royal Mail and Daily Mail. A royal calendar for the year 2019. Can you put your hands together for that? So if you sign up to go on the boot camp, you're going to have this. You're going to go home with this. If you're anti-royal, I'll explain to you later what you need to do with it. But if you're pro-royal, you put this in your sitting room, and everybody will be able to understand. And each time you see this, it reminds you of the fact that as a girl, you have somebody rooting out for you, saying, come on. And one of them is Meghan. And in the coming months, in 2019, she will return to at least another cement event. Because she needs to get you from where you are to where you need to be. A genius. She's tired of people that give excuses. So she'll empower all the girls. So that's one little thing you're going to tie away. And you heard the testimonies there from those girls. And it's very easy for you to slip into the system and be told you're a girl, you're to be bad at maths, just learn how to cook. You'll be bad at chemistry. Chemistry is the same thing as cooking. You have solution, you have solute, you have heat, and then you make it. There's a soup, you taste it one way. The next week, you know what happens? You do exactly use the same ingredient. You know what science is? Science is what you can be replicated. Do you understand? So every woman is a chemist to start with. So when they say you are bad at science, look at them and smile. So when they start telling my grandmother, oh, she's illiterate, I say, no, she's a better chemist than you think. Because my grandmother will cook soup now, you taste it, and then 2 weeks later she cook another soup, you taste it, it tastes the same. It means that she knew the grams, she knew what temperature to heat it up to, she knew it's replicable. So it irritates me when they say women are bad at one thing or the other, or men are bad at one thing or the other. They just lie. So men are bad at reading. Really? They say, yes, men are better at reading because they don't know how to read. Girls know how to read. Are you sure? Say yes. My son doesn't like reading. It's okay. What is the poster on the back of the door of your son's room? So no, not for him. He likes football. David Beckham. It's okay. Buy him a David Beckham book and see whether he will read it page to page, cover to cover. So it's not that the boys are bad at reading. It's that we give them the wrong material. We give them Shakespeare to read. They can't connect with Shakespeare. Give them a book on Messi. And they support Messi. And they have a Messi shirt. Do you know what will happen? They will read everything. They will know where capital letter is. Tell them to write 2 pages about Messi. You know what they will say? Oh yeah, okay, that's another one for the press. You know? If you hate reading, I can cure it. Hello? I have a formula. It's a pill. I will give it to you. If you hate reading, when you swallow the pill, you'll be healed instantly. Miraculously. Guaranteed. All your money back. You know what? I'm going to ask you for what you like first. And I'll give you a newspaper and you read it and you tell me which of the stories you like. And after knowing what you like and give you more of what you like, do you know what happens? You would like to read about what you like. I'm never ever going to give you what I like. Because it's your journey, it's not my journey. It's not about me, it's about you. So that's how we care for it. So make sure you get your copy before you go. And once you do your booking, make sure you get your royal copy for 2019, your calendar, for you to go. This is Fabrice. And some of you that support Arsenal. When there was a young man called Arsene Wenger. And this Arsene Wenger young man had glasses, thick glasses. I know most of you don't know the Arsene Wenger I knew. Arsene Wenger had very thick glasses, very, very thick. When he was a